have to just win.
You just have to win. You have to win all the elections. You have to win the House. You have to win the Senate so that you can just force them to do what you want. That's the plan. Being Catholic is a feeling. She could stop being Catholic. She could. In fact, stop doing that. She could. She's going to choose not to. Samuel Alito gets remarkably candid in a secret audio recording. So let's listen to the recording. I honestly don't think his is that crazy. It's kind of long. So stick with me, please, for the love of Jesus.
The polarization in this country about like how do we repair that rift, and considering everything that's been going on in the past year, you know, as a Catholic and
as someone who like really cherishes my faith.
Like really cherishes my faith, I don't know that we can negotiate with the left in the way that like needs to happen for the polarization to end. I think that it's a matter of like winning.
I think you're probably right.
If you're watching, press the subscribe button, press the like button, press the thumbs up. Subscribing is scientifically proven to make me happier, and it'll probably make you happier too. So you should do that. We can't negotiate with the left. They're apparently too crazy. But we need the polarization to end. It's a matter of like winning, meaning that we can't meet the left in the middle because we will not be moved. As a Catholic, this woman will not be moved. Absolutely refuses to move. Doesn't matter what it's about or what the facts are. She feels like Catholicism cannot be moved, and the left is the problem, apparently. The left is the problem because she's unwilling to negotiate. That's what it seems like to me, and he agrees. That's why I don't like this guy. That's why I don't like Catholics and conservatives, generally.
I mean, one side or the other is going to win. I don't know. I mean, there can be a way of living together peacefully, but
oh well, that's nice.
It's difficult, you know, because there are differences on fundamental things that really can't be compromised. So it's not like we're going to split the difference.
I think he's being entirely honest there when he says, and I think he's right about the first part. It is difficult to create a society and live with people who you don't agree with. That's fine. We have mechanisms in place for that. We have a left, we have a right, we have people who can meet in the middle, a House of Representatives and things like that, and states that pass state laws. So if you really just dislike the one state, you could, if that's really damn important to you, move on to another one. It's possible. They can't be compromised. Why can Catholics not compromise? Things that can't be compromised. Only a Sith deals in absolutes, my guy.
It's funny how they invoke the name of Jesus but live in no way in line with his teachings.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes. So they're saying specifically, we will not compromise. We cannot compromise. And it's the left who has to fix this problem. No, my man, you're the problem. You see, by being unwilling to be a part of the solution, you're being part of the problem. By saying we are Catholics and we believe this more than anything else, we will not be moved. You're creating the division. You're creating the schism. You're creating the problem. But they don't see it that way. They think that they're the right ones and the feelings that they have, and being Catholic is a feeling, and because their feelings are important to them, then that's a fact. And the rest of us need to get on board. No, that's bad. That's wrong. You're not compromising at that point. If you're saying, I'm going to be this way and there's no way I'm going to ever change it, get on my level or get fucking wrecked, then everybody's going to get wrecked at some point. That's not a compromising stance. They're telling us they will not be moved. There's no compromise involved with them. And that's the important bit. I'm not going to play the other 5 minutes of this because it's not really anything. Again, this just goes back to the same old thing that I always say, that belief is a problem. Religion is a belief system. That makes it a problem. It really is. The Emo Waldo's in chat, please. Make him bounce around. Emo Waldo's.
Emo Waldop 3 Emo.
There he is. So
Waldop 3 Emo.
Because being Catholic is a feeling. She could stop being Catholic. She could. In fact, stop doing that. She could. She's going to choose not to because she feels like she can't, or she feels like she doesn't want to. Or, yeah, she just doesn't want to. You can, in fact, stop being overly religious. You can. You can stop being a religious fundamentalist. You can. The Muslim fundamentalists could stop. The hardline Jewish fundamentalists, they can stop. The hardline Catholics, like this lady and Alito, they can stop. They choose not to. And they don't choose to keep going because of facts. They choose to keep going because of feelings. They feel a certain way about their religion, and that is more important to them than any fact. More important to them than any reality is that the imagination that they have. And that's what bothers me so much, is how can we have coordination with them? How do I reach out to this very hardline Catholic and say, please let people have freedom? But if he doesn't want them to have that freedom, then they won't get it. And he won't argue, he won't meet you in the middle, because it's very hard to meet in the middle of equality and not equality. Half equality? Half measures, a half freedom. Everybody gets half freedom. We'll call it the moderate plan. It'll be great. Sounds like a bad plan. Now, what else do we have? We have the same person recording his wife, and she's a bit crazier, but she's not on the court, so it's very fun.
I'm sorry, are you Miss Alito?
I am.
Hi, my name's Lauren. I just met these ladies tonight, but
Very cool.
I'm a huge fan of your husband, and everything that you're going through, I just want to tell you that, like,
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's not okay, though. It's not okay.
It's okay. It's okay because if they come back to me, I'll get them.
If they come back to me, I'll get them, she says. What? Vengeance and retribution. Consequences and repercussions for coming after Mrs. Alito here.
I'm going to be liberated, and I'm going to
What do you mean
get
by
Oh, well,
they?
there's a 5-year defamation statute of limitations.
But why do you think they're coming after you?
They
Because,
are.
I mean, like, the whole, like, appeal to have heaven flag was, like, bullshit, right?
Right, but that's, the other thing is the feminazis believe that he should control me.
The feminazis believe that he, her husband, the person on the Supreme Court, should control me. But it wasn't the fact that he told you or not told you to put up the flag. You put it up. It might be a hate symbol. Are you signaling your hateful virtues by doing so? The feminazis are upset that you hung up a hate symbol, not the fact that your husband didn't tell you to do it, but you did it anyway. If they're actually feminists, they would be okay with you doing it without his permission. She doesn't know what she's on about.
Yeah.
So we'll go to hell. He never controls me.
So they'll go to hell.
But, like, I have the same flag.
Yeah, I know.
No, but, like, a lot of people fly that fucking flag.
Because it might be a hate symbol.
It makes me so angry.
Don't get angry.
It makes me so angry.
Don't get angry. Get even.
Get
Bye, babe.
even.
I don't need their approval for anything in my life. I need nothing from them.
They're persecuting you, and you're like a convenient stand-in for anybody who's religious.
Look at me. I'm German. I'm German. My heritage is German. You come after me, I'm going to give it back to you.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm German. My heritage is German. If you give it to me, I'm going to give it back to you. What? Okay. Well, okay. It's almost over. All right. There's one more crazy thing in here that I wanted to see, so that's why I'm going for it.
God, you read the Bible. Psalm 27 is my song. Mine. Psalm 27. The Lord is my God and my rock. Of whom shall I be afraid? Nobody.
I love that you have that attitude, because that's more of what we need. I was telling your husband, I was like, this country is so polarized. How do we repair that rift? And he's like, I don't know. It's not our role.
That's a good thing for the judge to say. I don't know. It's not my role.
And I told him this year, I'm like, for the past year, I remembered our conversation, and I looked at what happened to you and your wife, and I'm like, how is there any negotiating with the radical left? There's not. You cannot negotiate with the radical left.
They're the ones saying that they will not be moved. They're the ones saying that they absolutely will never back down from their religious principles. And there's no negotiating with the left, apparently. Maybe if you didn't have a hard line that says you will not negotiate on your principles, you could negotiate with the left.
You have to just win.
You just have to win. You have to win all the elections. You have to win the House. And you have to win the Senate so that you can just force them to do what you want. That's the plan.
They don't think.
No, but you have.
They feel they don't think, she says, as she flies hate symbols possibly from her flagpole. They feel they don't think. Remember that in about 10 seconds when she gets to the next part where she feels all over the place.
To win, and if we want to take this country back to like a godly place,
take the country back to a godly place, that's a feeling you have.
To a moral place.
Feelings.
That means that we actually have to just fucking, pardon my language again, I'm so sorry.
You know what I want? I want a Sacred Heart of Jesus flag because I have to look across the lagoon at the Pride flag for the next month.
Exactly.
She has so many feelings about the Pride flag. She is so deep in her feelings that she doesn't know that she has feelings. She has to look at the Pride flag and that irritates her. But that's not a feeling, you see. The left has feelings. She has facts. She has thinking.
She has so many feelings and they're all shitty.
They're all shitty. Exactly. She has feelings and they're all shitty. And then she goes out there and she spreads her feelings and she puts up a possible hate symbol. Whether she knows it or not, it might actually kind of be a hate symbol. And now she wants a Sacred Heart of Jesus flag, which is more religion. The people flying the gay flag, the Pride flag, that's feelings. Her flying the Sacred Heart of Jesus flag, that's just fucking facts. That's just how it has to be. That's just, we have to win. We have to be in charge and force them to do what we want. I think that's it, but there might be more.
Exactly.
And he's like, oh, please don't put up a flag. I said, I won't do it because I'm deferring to you. But when you are free of this nonsense, I'm putting it up and I'm going to send them a message every day. Maybe every week I'll be changing the flags. There'll be all kinds. I made a flag in my head. This is how I satisfy myself. I made a flag. It's white and it's yellow and orange flames around it. And in the middle is the word vergogna. Vergogna in Italian means shame. Vergogna, Vergogna, Vergogna. Shame, shame, shame on you. You know. Anyway.
Shame, shame, shame. That's a feeling, lady. That's a feeling. She thinks and everybody else feels. She just told you that she thinks and everyone else feels. She just told you that she's the one thinking and everyone else is feeling. It's madness. It's insane.
Shame a feeling she doesn't have.
I know. She doesn't have that feeling. She wants us to feel it. Or she wants everybody else to feel it. She wants everybody who flies that Pride flag to feel shame for what they have done. She wants everybody else to feel ashamed for not being like her because she, as a Catholic, has convinced herself that she is perfect. And if not perfect, she's the closest a human being can get. And she's striving to be perfect. And you have chosen. If you choose to be anything different from her, that's a mistake. You have committed a mistake and you should be ashamed. If you do not want to live the way she has, if you do not want to be the way that she is, if you want to live a life differently through freedom, you should be ashamed. Because she's obviously correct. In her brain, everything she did and everything she has ever chosen and all the life choices that she's made are the correct ones. Yeah, she might, if you can corner her, you could probably convince her, hey, you made some mistakes, right? She's like, yeah, of course I did. And she got better from it. And if you don't do the bettering and end up exactly like her, shame. It's a very intense feeling that she's having right there. She has a lot of feelings. She has a lot of feelings and she feels like she's thinking. And that's what drives me nuts about this whole thing. I know Thomas isn't here, but he and I argued on Saturday about what feelings were. And I really do think that this lady that we just listened to, and most of the religious people in our country, are fish in a water of feelings. And they don't know what water is. They're swimming around in feelings all day, every day, non-stop. And it's so vast that they don't know it's there. You know? How often do fish think about water? Not very often. I mean, it's just a thing that's omnipresent to them. They don't even think about what it might be. So, and that's the way I feel when I talk about feelings and things like that is that this woman is so deep in her feelings that she doesn't know she's even having them. She gets to proclaim that she will not be moved from her faithful feelings. This is the person who is not going to ever change. She is never going to negotiate or compromise with the left because her feelings on certain issues will not be moved. And then she's going to complain that there's a fracture in the country that she caused and could fix if she just stopped being so damned religious.